First ball.
I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no, I don't get to take off.
You have any comments?
I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready
I'm
to
trying to
stay
do that. Can we work on trying to get the chat to see on my screen? I'm trying to see the sound of the screen now. Like, when people put messages in for you, I'm trying to see the text now. That's why I said I gotta work on it. So if you have to do this. Comments. Hi.
Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
After 20 years later, he still hasn't. Really? You just gonna wait the game up? Like, hurry up, let's start. That was me. Okay, me ain't gonna talk about that. Cause I think I press superstars. See, you press that button. Everybody's superstar.
Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale.
You are.
I don't need no help. Always getting.
I'll be right while we waiting. Okay, any more minutes real quick? Okay, never mind.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints.
Why is one back there?
That'll be taken in the end zone.
That's in my stuff, Brad. He ain't supposed
and
to do
all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
I was about to say, that's not my guy. Yes, skill.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display. There it was. There goes touchdown. Mark Ingram,
I knew he was going to.
56 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive.
What team are you?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
Already called it. Come on, don't be scared.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Patrick Owasor leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on there, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yes, they were solid. See?
Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. They'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 22.
73 overall. You also have Madden?
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now, Breeze again. And Thomas has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 26 and a first down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now Breeze on third down. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for this.
They doing that? Let me check the messages, comments.
Who are they talking to?
Oh, yeah? Typical gamer. If you still in here, you can play. Man, let me see my phone. Where my phone at, bro? He mad cause he tried to, he the person who punched me in my face. Where my phone? The person, yeah, that's the guy, so I'm about to call him right now.
Bro, no, you not. I got the same picture phone now.
Yeah, come on.
Why you punching you in the face for?
Man, this kid was bad. I don't know. I told him to get off my desk.
Will Lutz on for the point after.
They wouldn't let me freaking punch him back. Yes, I tried to.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Already there. So he grabbed him up and just.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
As Baltimore makes their way.
Who's you gonna send it to? You want to say Calvin? His name's Calvin. Oh, this kid has Madden 19. If he had Madden 20, you could have played, but. Yeah, that's the guy who punched me in my face and kicked me in the stomach. So when he come back to school, he about to get. Yeah, when he come back to school, he about to get beaten up.
Man, shut up, bro.
That really?
Nah, ain't like
I'm about to beat him up.
But bro, how did he kick you? You didn't get time to punch you, bro.
He punched me, and when they snatched him up, he was in the stuff, so his hands weren't caught, but he wanted to use his feet, and so he kicked me in my stomach. Bro, hello?
I didn't call that. Don't call that boy. What's that, bro?
I'm really about to give him a warning that I'm about to beat him up when he gets back.
He's not. He said you're not either. You're not getting suspended.
He not suspended. They gonna understand if I beat him up. Cause he did too much stuff. I don't. Playing. Oh, hello. Who's there? You can put your message in. Okay. Somebody just joined the chat. That's you.
Everybody is asking about Baltimore. Are they the team to beat in the playoffs? They sure look like it. They haven't lost since September 29th. 12 wins in a row to finish the season, and now they face the Titans.
And who did they lose on September 29th? Who did they lose to?
The Browns.
Hard to believe,
I was about to
isn't
get
it?
boomed.
And
I was
they
about
got
to get
run
boomed.
out of the stadium that day. So that was their last clunker. You mentioned it, 12 straight wins to finish the season. Number 1 in offense, number 1 in rushing, number 3 in defense, and they hit your quarterback an awful lot. And the best part about their game is that their quarterback, Lamar Jackson, is no longer just a one-dimensional running type of a quarterback. He can hurt you with his arm as well and be accurate throwing the football.
Like, you want to play?
They are the team to beat in the AFC. I do think that Kansas City will have a lot to say about it before it's all said and done.
Honestly, I try to get mad at 20, but it...
Wow, this is... Okay, nobody...
Alright. High speed 3... Okay.
Yeah, wait. Yes, because this is his profile. Zach Pro. That's his YouTube channel.
This is YouTube gaming tag.
Because he showed me on the bus. Yes. Remember that guy that came over to play? And his home was too far?
Throwing on second down. Jackson. And a little floater there is incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And it's third down.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Why would you throw it right there?
Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Okay, can I help? You can send your message. I don't care.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the counter, Ingram. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
What you thought? You thought
on 2nd and 9. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram.
I know, because
give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a third down.
everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Goddard. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Every time people get Madden, it's Madden first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got the first down inside the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Jackson, and this is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Jackson. The pressure gets to him again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Come on, Lyle. We better not.
I'll fight the Miami Dolphins, okay?
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Ooh!
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. I want to revisit New Orleans' season here, Charles, as they come back out for this next drive, because really, although it was 13-3 and another playoff appearance, it was another disappointing playoff loss. That's 3 straight crushing playoff defeats. Minneapolis Miracle with Diggs' catch, the Nickel Roby-Coleman no call, and now this last loss that they had to the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, and I thought that this would be the year for them, precisely for what you said. Minneapolis Miracle. Then you get the no calls. You said Nickel Roby-Coleman. I thought 3, right? Everything comes in 3s. Well, I thought the 3rd time would be the charm. They'd find their way to advance. Instead, Minnesota comes to their place, beats them. And going back to what you 13-3, and you have to play in the first round because they lost to San Francisco in a head-to-head game. San Francisco gets one of those byes, as did Green Bay, and New Orleans had to play on the opening weekend.
Although New Orleans doesn't care about this, kind of developing a nice little rivalry between the Saints and the Vikings, right?
No doubt about it, and crazy plays down the stretch have defined this rivalry. And unfortunately for New Orleans, Minnesota getting the better of those plays.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Breeze now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might have
4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick?
Got it.
Please, thank you. All right, let's go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Got this.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had to halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
To throw is Brees. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
I'm holding you.
Brees now on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 63 yards. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there.
You gotta be very
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They go play action here on first down. And now he's going to use his legs. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Got it.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson, forced out to his left. He's going to take it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have one. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it.
Wait a minute.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Breeze now on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Breeze now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. He's back to throw. Well, this is caught by Gill. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
What are you playing?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
What are you playing?
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook.
Thank you.
And they'll
Thank you.
have
Come
it
again.
in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Yeah, look at that combo.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Read option.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Breeze. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And this is Cook with the ground. And all the way down to the 5. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
If you don't score.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Come on, bro. You got to get a pick.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
3 down, 3 down. Watch 9, watch 9. By 1. They can't hang with us. Check, check. 40's mine. Hey, exit. Hey, pick it up.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score They might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Only if they didn't do that.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end.